I think we are live now. Okay, Koina, over to you.
I hope I am audible.
Yes, Koina, please begin.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, myself Koina Kukreja and I welcome you to the 8th National Dastur Debate Competition. This has reached its peak, the grand finale. The air crackles with excitement, the anticipation is sky high, and history is about to be written. Our finalists, warriors of words, have battled fearlessly to reach this moment. Their intellect, eloquence, and passion have shone brightly. This ultimate battle is being live streamed on the Chamber of Tax Consultants YouTube channel. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our panel of judges for the final. We are honored to have Mr. Atul C. Bhera, a leading chartered accountant, lawyer, and information systems auditor. His extensive experience in finance and governance includes leadership roles within the ICAI and a key role in the Yes Bank revival, preventing a major financial crisis. A dedicated philanthropist, he is also committed to education and social welfare. His presence here highlights his commitment to intellectual growth and leadership development. We are honored to welcome Mr. Akbar Ali S. Merchant, a highly experienced chartered accountant with a distinguished career in financial services. His expertise includes internal audit, risk management, and corporate finance. Leading his own firm for over 46 years, he also dedicated over 32 years to educating students at HR College and has served as past president of the Chamber of Tax Consultants. His extensive practical knowledge and insights are a valuable addition to our event. We welcome all our guests to this grand finale. Now, to our finalists, this is your moment to leave a lasting legacy in the Dastur debate history. Now, we'll go on to the rules. Time count for final round. Each team gets 8 minutes to speak on the given topic. First warning bell at 6th minute and second final warning bell at 8th minute. Negative markings after 8 minutes. Each team gets 2 minutes to conclude and the total debate time is 30 minutes. Now for the miscellaneous rules, usage of cell phones, electronic media is not permitted. Debaters will not receive help from anyone during their presentation. Videos must be switched on when the opposing team is speaking. Participants must ensure a stable internet connection, clear audio, and adequate lighting. Participants must log in into Zoom with the participant codes as their names. Participants should not ask for feedback from judges until results are announced. The organizers reserve the right to modify rules if required. I hope Team 9 and Team 19 are ready for this finale. This stage is set for the ultimate showdown. Let the finale begin. The topic for the final is e-learning is better than classroom learning. Now, Team 9 is for the topic and Team 19 is against the topic. Good luck to both the teams.
Should I start?
Just one introductory remark. My hearty congratulations to both the teams. You have really worked hard to reach this particular finale, and my most best wishes to both of you, and may the best team win.
Sir, I endorse your good wishes to all the participants.
The floor is all yours.
Yashvi, you can start with the timekeeping.
Yeah, sure.
Should I start?
Yes, you can start.
Yes. Greetings to the panel, also to the co-speakers from the opposite side. I, from Team 9, I'm here to endorse the motion and support the motion that yes, e-learning is more effective than traditional learning. I shall be dealing with the introduction and mentioning a few points which shall be taken over by my co-speakers in the subsequent speaking time. So to understand the entire scope of debate, primarily we need to understand what exactly is e-learning and how is it different from traditional learning altogether. When we say e-learning, it essentially means that the learning mechanism has been endorsed or has been supplied with an additional mechanism of engaging the classroom with the tutors and the students through a medium often called as the virtual medium. As a consequence of which e-learning can be obtained in multiple sources, online learning being one of the major sources. How is it different from traditional learning? Is this that the medium of interaction between the students and the tutors is nothing but a virtual media, which can be by virtue of internet mechanism, but it might be by virtue of engaging through any other social media or even platforms, open platforms like YouTube. So our contention today is that this mode of learning is even more effective than the traditional classroom workings and setups in which Indian education or education at large has been imparted. To start with, I would first like to ensure that education is not merely with regards to the content. It has multiple facets to claim it as an effective education per se, which is the fundamental theme of today's discussion. When we say education has to be effective, one of the foremost and the most important condition of it being effective is accessibility to the education at the first place. By virtue of engaging into online education, what we can assure is, firstly, physical accessibility, second is financial accessibility, and third one is infrastructural accessibility. Firstly, when it comes to the accessibility, physical accessibility, we still live in a country where the accessibility is highly compromised by virtue of roads, by virtue of inaccessibility in transportation. Online education has transformed this particular mechanism by ensuring that every single person in its own household mechanisms, the very way in which we are as of now interacting, sitting from apart the cities throughout the country in the most effective fashion. Secondly, financial accessibility. We still live in a country where education costs are extremely high. Along with that, accessing the education by virtue of hostel facilities, by virtue of educational learning facilities, we have the entire educational cities like Kota, wherein the entire industry of education has been set up. This all can be transformed and has similarly done by other online platforms altogether. Hence, the financial part, which as of now has compromised a lot of students, from the mainstream of education, can also be accessed better. We have several professional institutions like the ICI and the ICSI, who, including the CTC at times, who actively engage into online courses so as to ensure that person sitting in the last possible capacity is able to access quality content. And the last one and third one being in my part is the infrastructural accessibility. When it comes to traditional education, the substantial amount of costs and resources are diverted towards the classroom setups, which can be completely done away when it comes to online teaching altogether. Economic advisor to the Prime Minister, Mr. Sanjeev Sanyal, in his recent interview, reiterated this point that India and Indian government should do away with the obsession of schools and ensure that highly qualified teachers are able to produce and supply education towards the last possible student at large, and ensure that effective internet connectivity and effective resource persons are engaged and utilized instead of investing into schools. Physical infrastructure, we are expected to move. As a consequence, we believe that yes, accessibility is something which has been transformed by e-learning, making it even more useful. Over to my co-speaker.
Good afternoon to the panel. And adding on to my co-speaker's point and further elaborating it, I would like to speak about more about the accessibility and the impact of the e-learning on over the physical classroom learning. That even from the rurals, a student sitting from rurals to rurals of area is able to access the education from a device, and there is no there is no there and even the commutation that he need to that he, and over the and he need to overcome and he has overcome the commutation that he need to travel from rural to the city in order to access that education that has been foregone, and now education is available at a place that he is residing, which is all. And education is also a fundamental right as per article 21A of the Constitution of India. There was also a report by UNESCO in during COVID-19 where it stated that 1.6 billion of people who and the learners that they were impacted due to COVID-19 school closures, but e-learning platforms enable 90% of them and 90% of the universities and the schools worldwide to continue education seamlessly. and even government of India recognized it, and that was the reason by in 2017 it launched a Swayam portal where it made various courses accessible to students free of cost uh, from class 9th to post graduation. And this e-learning has made the education cost effective. And there is also another point that I would like to add is regarding the time management and the personalization. The like online courses teach how students are able to manage their time effectively better, since student bears the responsibility of engaging with the courses instead of simply attending the physical classrooms on the basis of the attendance and showing up. In online classrooms, students choose the time which best suits for them in order to complete their readings, assignments, and their lectures. Since the coursework is online, they can complete it anywhere. And since most of the education is available online, there is also a chatbot which is associated with the various education platforms, which is available 24/7 in order to answer the queries of the students. They, even in online, the it is very easy and accessible for the students to communicate with the teachers. And since their queries can be resolved in a better way, since it also has a recorded form. And also, talking about the very important aspect of the e-learning, that is the repeated access to the course materials. A physical classroom where a teacher may struggle to answer a children's repeated queries due to time constraints, due to class size, or or various other factors. And whereas in e-learning, a student can rewatch the lecture and revisit the platforms or revisit the assignments that they have didn't quite reload their lectures and understand it again, which ensures that the education has been given to them in a very effective way. And this indicates how a person is able to grasp it due to a repeated form, and there is no dependency on anyone else which relies on it. And even this technology has enabled education to a very in a very effective way. And last, I would like to conclude it by saying that technology will not replace good teachers, but technology in the hands of the good teachers can be transformational.
So much Team 9. Now it's Team 19's turn for their opening speech.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Can I start?
Alright, Team 19, your intro starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
To everyone present in the panel, let's assume you have a feeling of little under the weather. You're probably having a tooth pain. You visit to the dentist. You believe that the doctor is going to solve your problem. You have an excellent weekend ahead. While you are waiting, you notice that the doctor's awards and certificates are plastered all over the walls. But, oh, you just realize that his certificates are by some random e-learning platform. If you're confident enough to enter the room, you're probably a fan of a horror movie because e-learning is absolutely incapable of implanting the hands-on training and practical education. E-learning is a disadvantage to the education system in India. Consider its impact of equitable learning, skills development, and overall education. The rapid shift of e-learning platforms, especially in the post-2020, has exposed a deep synthetic flaw of undermine the purpose of education, preparing students for productive and fulfilling the future. Allow me to present my three cases of three major premises. Premises one: the digital drive worsen the education inequality. E-learning is far from the greater equalizer. It has widened the gap between the haves and have-nots in India, leaving millions of students behind. According to National Statistics Office (NSO's) survey of 2022, only 20 to 24% of Indian households have access to the internet. With a stark rural-urban divide, only 15% of rural households have access to internet connection compared to 42% of urban area. This digital divide has translated directly into educational exclusion. For instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, a 2021 UNICEF report highlighted that 42% of children aged 16 to 17 years in India did not have access to remote learning, with rural girls being the worst affected. Imagine a young girl in a remote village in Bihar unable to attend her online classes because her family cannot afford a smartphone or a reliable internet. Meanwhile, her urban counterpart in Delhi thrives on high-speed Wi-Fi and private tutoring. This is not education. This is a systematic exclusion of masquerade of as innovation. My second premises is online education fails to deliver practical skills for employability. The second premise is that e-learning, despite its promise, often fails to equip the students with practical, hands-on skill demanded by the employers. Practically, in the country like India, where technicals and volunteer skills are critical for the economic growth. The Indian Skill Reports 2023 revealed that while employability among the graduate improved marginally to 48.7%, the demand for the practical skill is field like engineering, healthcare, manufacturing remains unmet by the online platforms. For example, consider the case of engineering student learning through an online module. A 2020 student studied by All Indian Council of Technology Education (AICTE) found that 60% of engineer graduates were deemed unemployment due to the lack of practical training, a gap which shifts online learning during the pandemic. Companies like Tata Steel, Larsen and Turbo have repeatedly emphasized the needs of hands-on training in the recruitment process, often bypassing the candidate with online-only credential in favor to lab experience as an appreciation. My take here, but it cannot be replaced the real world problem solving skills and factory or hospitals. A 2023 survey by Confidential of Indian Industry found that 68% of Indian employees prioritize soft skill over technical knowledge when hiring the fresh graduates, yet only 35% of online learners reported confidence in their communication ability, compared to 78% of the online learners. This gap is no surprise, as offline class provided the dynamic interactive environment, while students engage in debate, group discussions, group projects, peer-to-peer learning experience that cannot be replicated, and pre-recorded lectures to a virtual discussion hand. In a country like India, where the workforce is projected to grow 1 billion by 2030, the ability to cultivate this skill is not just the advantage, but the economic implementation. Over to my teammate.
Continuing, I'll tell you the last premise. As finally, online education undermines the holistic development of students, reducing education to mere content delivery and neglecting critical soft skills, social interaction, and mental well being. A 2023 study by Azim Premji Foundation found that 80% of students in grades 6th to 12th reported increased feelings of isolation and stress due to prolonged online learning, with 60% citing a lack of poor interaction as a major barrier to learning. Consider the example of a student preparing for competitive exams like JEE or NEET. While online platforms like Byju's or Unacademy provide video lectures, they cannot replicate the collaborative learning, mentorship, and emotional support offered by traditional coaching centers or environments. This lack of interaction has tangible consequences. Data from the National Records Bureau in 2022 showed a 4.5% increase in student suicides, with many cases linked to academic stress and isolation during the online learning phase. Education is not just about passing exams. It is about building character, resilience, and teamwork that qualifies online education. These qualities online education struggles to foster. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, online education in India, while offering convenience, is detrimental in its current form. The data is clear. 42% of children excluded from remote learning, 60% of engineering graduates unemployable, and 80% of students suffering from isolation. We must ask ourselves, can a system that leaves millions behind produces unemployable graduates and compromises mental health truly be called education? I urge you to consider these premises as we delve deeper into this debate, recognizing that the future of India's youth depends on an education that is inclusive, practical, and holistic, not one that hides behind facade of technology. Also, I'd like to conclude. A 40-minute lecture in an offline class is a 40-minute lecture in an offline class. But a 40-minute lecture in an online class is 10 minutes of learning and 30 minutes of am I audible? Am I visible? Are you listening? That's my point. Thank you.
Just a request to the organizers that 9B was left out due to internet and is still waiting in the breakout room. Could you please admit him by sending him a pop-up?
I think his net is slow, is not able to join.
Oh, so he rejoined, but he needs to be admitted as a panelist to be a part of this.
I am promoting, but he is not able to join again.
Okay, he's just telling me on phone that, okay. Should I just call him or would the organizers call him? I can call if he confirm because he's telling me. Sir, have you admitted him? Because still insisting that he's in the room. I think the organizers have called me. Just a second.
I think 9B is here.
Sorry for the inconveniences.
Yashvi, you can start with the rebuttal countdown.
Yeah, the final rebuttal starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
As my opponent mentioned just now, they covered various topics such as how virtual medium is engaging, how it's financially accessible. But to remind my opponent that India's population, more than 58% of the population resides in rural area, where even a basic network is a big deal. Also, the argument says that how the quality education is provided in online education on the e-learning platform. So, help me to explain this data that as per the National Achievement Survey (NAS) 2021 revealed that the students' performance in maths and reading dropped significantly due to the pandemic, due to the remote learning. Even UNESCO reported that 85% of students in India suffered learning losses due to online classes. If online education was so effective, why did we see the massive decline in the students' performance instead of the improvement? Or another thing which was mentioned that the people in the rural area can the student anywhere in the rural area can access to the online e-learning, but has he mentioned himself that it's a rural area where even a basic network connection is a big deal. So how do we expect the rural student to get proper facility to attend the online lectures? Another thing which was mentioned that how in during COVID times that it was a great option that how 90% of the population shift to online classes. But let me tell you, it was just a supplement. It was the only option because we had. Tell me, Do online e-learning platforms can copy the curricular activities happening in offline classes? Do they have clubs? Do they have committees? Do they have events online? I don't think so. All the theoretical points were mentioned, but I couldn't see any practical or those surveys or anything mentioned. Over to you.
I would also like to mention some statistics. As you said, it is infrastructure accessible. It is not. According to National Sample Survey Office NSSO 2021 report, only 24% of Indian households have access to technology and reliable internet, posing major barriers to learning. According to this report, for instance, during the pandemic, 37% of students in government schools reported being unable to attend online classes due to access as per 2021 UNICEF report. Also, you said that it is financially accessible too. But courses may be cheaper online, but the student has to pay a heavy cost of not being able to develop the required skills. You said it is engaging. How is it engaging? School is a second home. You are depriving a child of a huge building block. You develop social media skills, not social skills.
With due consideration to the submissions made by the learned speakers, I would just like to draw attention of this entire debate altogether is the effectiveness of online education. What we are hearing is effective of online education or a viability, possibility of enhancing better online education that to India specific. What we want to address over here is, as rightly pointed out by the speakers, that there are still substantial families who are suffering because of internet inadequacy. But let me just also point out to both of the learned speakers that since 60 years of independence in India's significant case, we still have the numbers of students outnumbering the total number of schools that we have in infrastructure. The amount of resource diversion which the government will have to make in providing access to the internet is way too cheaper than building an actual school, building roads, ensuring that every single child is made accessible to the school, ensuring his attendance, ensuring that his health and other conditions are taken care of. If his
I'm
father's
so
are
sorry. I would like to interrupt you because you cannot speak about internet accessibility, but this is it because this is a live example. Your partner got disconnected so many times.
Yes, just to add on, had this not been internet, had this not been online event, it was rare for us to participate because we have online exams going on. In spite of having online exams, we are able to manage time and join just because it is online.
Agreed that this is an online debate, but do you study? But this is about learning and education. Do you study in an online college?
I do have ICSI courses online. I do have other courses which are also taken online. Again, I'm not in a position to travel from my city right away to the course structure and to take education altogether. Before, let me just complete for my time. So as rightly pointed out by other speakers, inadequacy of internet is something which is hindering access to online education at large. But once that is given, for example, in city areas, that is eventually gaining a diverse sector of knowledge source open to the students at large. Definitely, we agree with our learned speakers, internet is a problem. But if that is sorted and if that is taken care of, the very concept of virtual education as a concept and the benefits which it brings along with itself is something which is definitely more preferable, is something more offering than the traditional courses altogether. Thank you.
Again, I would like to clear it. Our topic is e-learning is more effective than classroom learning. It's not online education. Nevertheless, now that the topic of degrees and certificate has arisen. Let me bring you one more stats. A 2023 report by the Teamless EdTech showed that 76% of the Indian employer prefer candidates with the traditional degree over the online certificates. The companies like TCS, Infosys, and Wipro have openly stated that they prioritize candidate with the offline hand-on experience, learning experience. If online education were so effective, why did we see a decline in the performance rather than the improvement? Like I mentioned before. Also, I would like to add one more thing, which is the most common issue of the online, which is the psychological and psychological health. Online education is a cause of serious health issue among the students. A 2022 study by All Indian Institute of Medical Science (AIIMS) shows that found that 65% of the students suffered from headache, eye strain, and back pain due to the prolonged screen time. The World Health Organization (WHO) warns that excess screen exposure reduces the cognitive function, dispute the sleep cycle, and increase the obesity risks in the children. On addition, Indian Journal of Psychology of Medicine published a study showing that online education lead to 40% increase in stress, anxiety, and depression among the students. School provide a structured environment that helps to regulate mental health. Sometimes online education completely fail to replicate. What's your opinion on this?
I'd like to add on more statistics. There is increased anxiety. There are surveys that say that 72% of students reported higher stress levels during online exams. They have social isolation and lack of interpersonal skills. A survey by Save the Children 2022 found that 67% of students felt lonelier and more disconnected from friends during online classes. A study in Educational Psychology Review 2023 showed that 40% of the students struggle with verbal communication after prolonged online learning. Are we preparing students for the real world, or are we making them socially underprepared?
With due regards to the substantial amount of statistics which are used by both of my speakers to substantiate their arguments, I'm sure that both of them have taken sufficient amount of time to browse through internet, goes through multiple internet reports, going through multiple government reports, which are made again available online, and also ensuring that a substantial amount of academic database available online is thoroughly and duly discussed and present by speakers. That is what we want to say.
This topic is about education.
I hope that it's not just about online classes. It also includes online academia, which is being made available. For example, IGNOU.
I'll give you another statistics. India's space economy projected to reach $13 billion by 2025, and its biotechnology expected to hit $150 billion by the same year, demanded high specialized skills like satellite design, genomics, fashion garment design. These fields require hands-on training, practical learning. These cannot be taught theoretically, cannot be taught online. This needs to be taught in labs or facilities which online education cannot fully replicate.
On addition, I would also like to add one more survey. The workforce is at the risk. A 2023 LinkedIn survey found that 82% of the Indian employed believe that the soft skills such as teamwork, communication, and problem solving has distorted in online learning. Why? Because the student missed out the face-to-face interactions, debates, group projects, and real-life problem-solving scenarios. The corporate world requires a leadership and collaboration, something online education fails to replicate.
That you are supporting that only e-learning platform is available. Our only contention is that it is more effective than classroom learning. Considering a fact that if there is not a situation or not a scenario where it is possible that to conduct a physical classroom, e-learning could be a very effective way in order to educate children, in order to provide them facilities which are also available physically, but it is more effectively.
If you believe that, if you believe that online education is so effective, why do we get to hear the news that the teachers online are getting harassed? They are getting abused. And if you believe that online classes are so effective, just tell me why the students are facing psychological and mental health issues. That's it. Thank you.
And let me tell you.
Submissions first. Yes, I hope the co-speakers are here to listen as well what we're trying to say. And anyways, it's a concluding time, so I'll just have to conclude from my speaker's point of view for 2 minutes completely. I hope the co-speakers would...
Team 9, you have the 2 minutes for your closing statement.
Yes, please. I hope the co-speakers would allow this to be uninterrupted 2 minutes. So just summing up what we were actually trying to present. Thank you. What we are trying to present is definitely the considerations given by my both speakers with regards to lack of internet accessibility, lack of poor content, or trying to make it more interactive. What we are arguing over here is not the scope of betterment. As rightly pointed out again by both speakers, is yes, that when it comes to policies, inadequacies in internet education, internet providing, etc., that can be definitely taken care of. But we can't be on this particular fact that when it comes to traditional education, the statistics are even more grave. 70 years of independence, India's continuous and consistent efforts toward education shows even more grave statistics when it comes to people who are away from the educational outflow, education mainstream, because of traditional education altogether. Had this again not been the condition, right from local schools to global universities have ensured that there are online courses available to the student diaspora at large. And again, just to conclude, what we're trying to say is that this is not something to replace the ones which require physical outlooks. For example, cooking, vocational courses, etc., which definitely requires hands-on experiences. We are not here to replace. We are here to ensure whatever is being offered in traditional way can be replaced, can be offered in a better way when it comes to online education. This is not the time to ensure to replace or to do away with the traditional education where hands-on experience is necessary. We can have definite theory-based cooking. Tell them how to be cooked, but when it comes to actual cooking or actual vocational hands-on experience, that can be given only by physical understanding. We acknowledge this to be a merit. Hence, whatever was given through traditional mechanisms can be given better in online and virtual mechanisms, ensuring that necessary aspects of traditional educations are still retained and the physical aspects are betterly equipped by virtue of online education altogether. Thank you.
Can I conclude?
Yeah, Team 19, you have the floor.
Yes, I guess our opponents couldn't really grasp that it's about online education and you cannot really find a middle ground. But let me conclude too. Let us confront the employability crisis, which serves as a litmus test for the efficacy of any educational system. Despite the huge rise of online education in India, with a staggering 170% increase in enrollment in online courses between 2021 and 2022, the employability of Indian graduate remains way too low. According to Indian Skills Report 2023, only 47% of Indian graduates are deemed employable. Online education cannot deliver the practical hands-on skills, critical thinking, and real-world problem-solving abilities that employers demand. Offline learning, by contrast, excels in providing structured, mentor-driven environments where students engage in face-to-face interactions, participate in collaborative projects, and gain exposure to real-world applications. Offline learning fosters the development of critical soft skills, communication, teamwork, leadership, and emotional intelligence that are indispensable in today's workforce, but often neglected in impersonal realm of online education. In the light of these statistics, the choice is clear. Offline learning is not just a better option, but an urgent necessity for India. The government's own data reinforces this conclusion, with the National Education Policy NEP 2020 emphasizing the need for experiential hands-on learning to prepare students for the challenges of the 21st century. Yet, the over-reliance on online education risks widening inequality, deepening the employability crisis. And remember, a student who wants to learn goes to school. A student who wants a certificate or a degree just logs in. Thank you.
What an amazing showcase of wit, intelligence, knowledge, and debating skill it was. We thoroughly enjoyed this debate. Judges, we kindly request you to finalize the scores and send your score sheets to the contact mentioned in the invitation mail. Now, a huge thank you to our esteemed judges for their time and expertise in the evaluating this debate, and to our incredible participants for their well researched arguments and engaging discussions. This session was truly insightful and thought provoking. With that, I would hand over to CA Shreya Sanghavi to take the event further from here. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Koina. Yeah. Uh, Good evening, everyone. Respected judges, honorable guests, respected teachers, fellow debaters, and our dear audience. It is with great honor and pride that I stand before you today as we conclude this incredible journey of intellectual exchange and spirited debate. Over the past couple of days, we have witnessed some of the most insightful, thought provoking, and passionate discussions on a range of important topics. This competition has not only tested our abilities to argue persuasively, but also taught us the values of critical thinking, respect for diverse opinions, and the power of words to influence and inspire. It has been a platform where young minds have showcased their eloquence, reasoning, and confidence, pushing the boundaries of knowledge and logic. To my fellow debaters, win or loss, we have all gained something for greater than trophies. This ability to voice our thoughts, challenge perspectives, and engage in meaningful discourse. Let us carry the experience forward using our voices to bring positive change in the society. Principal Ma'am of HR College, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, had unfortunately a last minute meeting and hence will not be able to join us. So I request uh, CTC President C. Vijay Bhatt to kindly say a few words. Vijay sir.
Thank you, Shreyas,
Yes,
for
sir.
this good start of hosting of this final round. And I welcome once again all the participants, our esteemed judges, the team of HR College on this final round of our Dastur competition. Yes, I just
So
came to
we are
know.
into the valedictory ceremony. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just came to know that Principal Miss Pooja Ramchandani ji is last moment she has some commitment, so not able to attend. So, nonetheless, I welcome all the dignitaries, our esteemed judges. First of all, our dear Akbar Bhai Merchant and Shri Atul Bhai Beda, both of whom are very dear to not only Chamber of Tax Consultants, but also HR College and also all the students, be it HR College or other students from various forums, because both of these
There
are
are
very.
two, basically one part is best speaker and one part is winners. So I was thinking I'll.
Hello.
Tanvi ma'am, you'll have to put yourself on mute.
Yeah, so to continue, both of these our esteemed judges have been quite over the years have been spreading their knowledge and education experience to various forums of the students. Chairperson Niyati, Vice Chairperson Charmi, Convener Shiras, entire organizing team of HR College, and above all, my dear participant who are highly knowledgeable students and future of India. As we bring curtains down on the CTC 8 Dastur debate competition, I am filled with a sense of pride and satisfaction. This joint venture with HR College is a resounding success. I extend my hearty congratulations to all the participants. Yes, I've learned from both these esteemed judges that winning or losing is just a learning experience like any examination. Participation is most important than winning or losing. Each of you has demonstrated exceptional debating skills, and I have no doubt that you will achieve greater heights in your future endeavors. My sincere gratitude to our esteemed judges for their valuable time and expertise. Sir, rather, sirs, your feedback and guidance have been instrumental in shaping this entire event. And all the judges, right from first round till this final round, all the judges have given their guidance time and again to the students and to all of us, because as I mentioned to you yesterday, that whenever I'm attending any student activity, I take myself back to my college days, and I also treat myself as a student amongst you. Age is just a number. Don't look at my hair. Okay, right, friends. To the organizing team, my exceptionally deepest appreciation for their hard work. In very short notice, they managed to arrange this almost about 30 teams for this event, which is a remarkable achievement to all the organizing teammates. I wish I would have been also part of your team. Maybe some other event will be working together. Many thanks and gratitude to HR College for this collaboration, which is wonderful. Over 8 years, and we are, climbing this ladder of success together. Next year, as I mentioned, that we are having our centenary year. So we'll be looking for more educational activities for the students, not only for HR College, but also with most of the colleges across India, and where we will need support from HR College, like many other colleges who have been participating in these events. So with this, friends, I further hand over the proceedings to you, but not before inviting you to be part of the chamber activity by taking up student membership Our office is right behind Aikar Bhavan Income Tax Office, which is not far away from HR College, and to that extent, all the colleges in Mumbai. We are just now in this debate, one topic came up that how far commutation is important in this e-learning era. But friends, here also I would say that you can be part through e-module. Online membership is round the clock open. Our website is ctconline.org. Visit it for more activities. Happy learning. It was happy experience. Once again, happy time with all of you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. With this, I now request Advocate Niyati Mankar, Chairperson CTC, to kindly say a few words to us.
Thank you, Shreyas. Respected judges, participants, and my organizing members and students, good evening and welcome all of you to this valedictory ceremony of the 8th Dastur Debate Competition 2025. So today we gather not only to celebrate the conclusion of an exciting event, but also to honor the hard work and teamwork that made it possible. So I want to begin by thanking everyone who contributed to this successful journey. A special thanks to the judges here present today and also the judges of all the other rounds who took out time and uh, gave their support. Special thanks goes to my vice chairperson Charmi Ji Shah and our convener Shreyas Sangvi. Their energy and dedication, they were like the steady hand that kept our clock ticking on time, ensuring every detail was taken care of. And I also wish to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the HR college, especially the professors Trisha and the committee members, GDC committee with students, uh, Maitri and others. So your enthusiasm and hard work have brought life to this competition. And I'm also grateful to Principal Dr. Pooja Ramchandani for her continuous support and collaboration over the past 8 years. As the saying goes, many hands make light work, and together we have shown what can be achieved through teamwork. Now, during these debates, I was reminded of a family gathering where everyone brings a special dish to share. So each speaker added their own flavor, unique flavor to our discussions, making our event a rich banquet of ideas and perspectives. It is my hope that the lessons you have learned here and the friendships you have formed will continue to inspire you in your future endeavors. As we close this chapter, let us remember that the true victory lies not in winning an argument, but in growing together through respectful dialogue and shared learning. So, thank you once again to everyone who made this competition a memorable success and wish you all the very best for the future. Over to you, Shreyas.
Thank you very much, Niyati. Thank you for your time. With this, I finally invite our judges, esteemed judges. I request CA Akbar Merchant to kindly say a few words and give us his valuable insights to the audience.
Well, hearty congratulations first to both the teams. It was a very challenging competition, and it was a very close competition between the two teams. However, one team will win, and that is one of the norms of this particular competition. One important observation that is, which I observed is be confident and be spontaneous. You have already researched a lot of documents, articles, and everything, and be very spontaneous. So don't memorize data or something. If you have missed a particular statistical data, you need not be so very sure about it, but you can always quote it, but don't hesitate, because hesitation makes you feel a lack of confidence. So I would say confidence is very, very important. And of course, both the teams and all the four participants were very excellent in their arguments and their responses. My hearty congratulations to all of you. Keep it up and keep going.
Thank you, Atul sir. Thank you very much for your insights.
Akbar.
I now request our co-judge, CA, sorry, Akbar sir, I'm so sorry. I now request our co-judge, CA Atul sir, Atul Bhedia, to please share his valuable insights.
Thank you, Shreyas. I think I would echo the words which have been told by my colleague Akbar. Uh, the overall everything what was going on, I was observing it very closely and simultaneously evaluating and making the judgments based on some objectivity. It was so difficult that it was neck to neck, and all of you have done a wonderful job. So whatever is the results, because I don't know what Akbar sir must have done, so I know only what I have done. So maybe the organizers will finally take a call that how they will merge the results and how they will do it. So we don't know what will be the final results. But believe me, at least what I am seeing today, all four of you are winners. This is what I would say, because that was something very great preparation, presentation, and the skills which all of you have presented. At this stage, if you are able to do this, I'm really having a great hope of the future which all of you are having. Thank you so much, Chamber, the President, Niyati, and all of the team for giving me an opportunity to hear such an excellent speakers and be part of this process which is happening for last 8 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Thank you, judges. With this, I'll just check if we're ready with the results.
Shreyas,
We
give
are,
us
I think,
5 minutes. We'll be ready. Give
sure.
us 5 minutes.
Okay.
We are ready with the results. I have sent it to everyone on the WhatsApp chats. Please have a look. And Shreyas, I think you can start now.
I'm so sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, can I? Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, audible.
Yes, you are.
Can I request the announcement? So we now proceed with the announcing of the results of the 8th Dastur National Debate Competition. I invite Professor Tanvi Khandekar and Professor Trisha Datta to please proceed with announcing the second best speaker for our debate competition.
Good evening, everyone. It was an immense pleasure today to see all these participants participate so enthusiastically. All the participants have shown complete enthusiasm and such a thought-provoking debate it has been. So, as Sir said, I'll not take too much of time. I'll directly announce the second best speaker for the 8th National Dastur competition. Any guesses who could be the second best speaker before I announce? I'm not able to see any replies on the chat box yet.
Is the setting open to everyone?
Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, there's a 19B, 9A, 9A. Quite a lot for 9A. Anyone else who would like to guess before we announce the second best speaker? Okay, I'll announce the second best speaker. It goes to 19A, Mr. Sumit Sharma.
Let's have a virtual applause for the best speaker. Congratulations, Sumit.
Thank you so much.
The second best, yeah.
Yeah,
so congratulations, Sumit, for the second best speaker.
Congratulations.
For the best speaker, I request Vijay sir, President Chamber, please can you announce the best speaker for us in this 8th competition?
Surely. But again, any guesses for the best speaker? Yes, anyone? Okay. Very happy to announce. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Recently, Chamber visited this venue exactly 1 week before.
ILS
Any
Law.
clue? Yes, you are close to it. ILS Law College, team number 9A, and the best speaker prize goes to Rahul Joshi.
Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations.
Yes, it's a pleasure being a part of this event. So thank you.
We came to your college last Saturday.
Yes, I was a part of the organizing committee as well last year. The
I
first
recollect. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations and
Thank
to you and to your college also. Convey to principal madam also.
Yes, sure, sir.
So for the second runner-up team, I invite Advocate Niyati to kindly announce for us. Niyati, are you there?
Niyati, you are on mute.
The second runner-up team is team number 25. And the team members are Rishita Palreja and Jay Radhe Tela. Congratulations.
Congratulations. For the first runner-up team, I invite our judge, CA Atul Bhedia, to please do the honors.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, list is there in front of me. For the second team, that is correct?
The first runner-up team, sir.
first runner. So that is in principle number 2.
Right,
That is
sir.
what I
Right,
wanted to.
Right, sir.
Yeah. So it is again. I think President visited some college. He said, So it is from ISL Law College, Pune. Rahul Joshi and Saksham Agarwal. So it was team number 9. Congratulations. Wish you all the best. Well done. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now, for the winners of the 8th Dastur National Debate Competition at HR College, I request our Honorable Judge C.A. Akbar Merchant to please do the honors.
Is he there? Or he has lost connectivity?
I think he's lost connectivity.
Yeah, I think he has lost connectivity. I'm not able to see him on the screen.
I would request you to take the honors, Sir C. Atul. Sir.
Oh, that is a great, boon in disguise. You are able to make the announcement for the winner also. And I'm fortunate that the winner team is also been vetted by me also. So both winners and runners, both were vetted by me. So the winner team, naturally, now all of you must have guessed. It is team number 19, independent team, and the participants of the team are Sumit Sharma and Avanti Thakur.
Congratulations to the team.
Congratulations and all the best. Great.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations, both the teams and the speakers. For our vote of thanks, I now invite Professor Trisha Datta to kindly do the honors.
Thank you so much. I propose a vote of thanks. I, on behalf of HR College of Commerce and Economics, would like to thank Chamber of Tax Consultants for giving us an opportunity to not only host the 8th Dastur debate competition, but also for the constant support and help that the students have received in the smooth conduct of the event. Next, I would like to thank Principal Dr. Pooja Ramchandani for her endless encouragement, optimism, and confidence in the GDC team, and that has kept the team members going forward, especially during challenging times. Her leadership and vision is something which is truly inspirational. I'm also grateful to the judges for taking time out and being present here. The participants will definitely benefit from your expertise, feedback, and insight, and it will not only stay with them, but also it will enhance their debating skills going further. I would like to thank the participants for their initiative, cooperation, patience throughout the journey. I'm grateful to the audience for motivation, for their motivation, and they kept cheering for the participants always. They were always there for them. And last but not the least, I would like to thank the GDC, that is Growth Development and Change Cell core members, as well as the volunteers for their dedication, passion, and hard work. Now, words are certainly not enough to express my gratitude to the true brand ambassadors, as ma'am calls them, of our college, and they truly deserve a big round of applause. So thank you so much, and a big heartfelt thank you to everyone being present here and for making this event successful. Thank you. And before we conclude, I would just request everyone to switch on their cameras so that we can have a picture, group picture. And I would request the technical team to take a screenshot. Niharika, will you take it?
Can we have 19B? Yeah. 19B switch on their camera. I think 9B is missing. Sorry, I don't remember names yet.
I'm here, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see. Do we have team 25 in the attendees? So otherwise we could even promote them to the panelists. Okay, we can go ahead with the picture, I think. Tamanna, you can also put your camera on.
I'm here.
Done with the picture.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Congratulations to the team.
everyone.
All the best wishes. Looks like no one wishes to part.
Bye bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
All the best and
Thank you
congratulations for the team.
everyone for participating and joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.